Here we are, guys. Welcome back. This is your host, Hebot, and welcome to another episode of Toys in My Closet. And today we're going to take a quick look at the brand new hasbropulse exclusive G.I.Joe Classified Series Deluxe Tripwire aspara and I think it's M.A.C.L.E.O.D or M.A.C.L.E.O.D action figure. And I believe M.A.C.L.E.O.D is the rat that he has as a companion. I'm not sure, but I believe that's how it is. Or aspara is Tripwire's real name. He looks really nice in this packaging and all of his attire. This is the figure. This is like a digital render of it, and then that's an actual artwork render of it, and then you have the actual cool weapons there in the corner. It shows you everything he comes with. It's a deluxe figure, so he's wider. Then you have a beautiful art shot here on the side spine of the actual artwork in all of his glory colored in, and it says G.I. Joe with the number 78. And on the side is obviously his specialization that you could look it up. And then in the back you have the figure in his glory, or in all of his glory, with all the accessories and a promotional shot and kind of the details that they have within the figure on his shoulder and within his face mask with the the actual headphones or whatever, things like that, and then legalese. And then on the top it just says G.I. Joe Classified. So let's get ready to check this guy out. Let's take him out of boxing, and we'll just do a quick rundown with him to see how he is, what he has to offer, and compare him to the G.I. Joe 25th anniversary to kind of do a real quick overlook of him. And I won't make the video too long, hopefully. So sit back, relax, enjoy your digital drink, and I'll see you in a blink of an eye, guys. Alright, guys, here you are. Here is Tripwire out of box. And he is very simplistic looking, but because he was a simplistic character from probably the second wave of G.I. Joe, once they were first introduced in the toy line for the 3 1/4 inch. So let's take a closer look, and you see that his face is more very nicely detailed. He looks has like an older look, even though he looks young too. His hair is done really nice with the kind of red and brownish eyebrows, kind of red and orange. The lips, see the cheekbone line details, the ears. It's really cool. And then you see that all his suit is like that olive green. Comes with these pads here, which are supposed to be pads that go in the front, not go around or wrap around his bicep. They're supposed to be more like patches, but in this case they did like, arm guards or bicep guards. You see the belt has a little bit of paint, the olive green. Then he has the actual gray, the gray gloves with that plate on top, and that darker gray. Same thing on the other side. You see he has that symbol or tattoo, which is also on his arm, if you can see it. So if you don't want to use this, he also has it underneath in the shoulder. And then he has the pads on his legs as well, or his thighs. Dark gray coming around. And this has the gun holster. Knees and the pants are the same color, olive. And then you got the boots with the gray, light gray, that plate there on the top. as you can see. So he looks very simplistic, but that's because that's the nature of the character. But he has already a modern look or design to him as well. So now let's take a quick look at his accessories. All right, guys, and so really quick, here are the accessories that Tripwire comes with. And he is considered a deluxe figure, and in this case, it's very fitting because he brings a lot of amount of accessories. Even though I feel if you're gonna have him the classic way, you're really not gonna need to use them. But if you can get an extra buck or like a grunt, another extra grunt, you can actually create another character. That would be like a side character with the Hurt Locker type of look. With the grenade that's prepared to dismantle bombs and stuff. So real quick, we'll start off with his this is his control deck with the antennas and the little sticks, as you should see. It has a little thing there, and this is to basically control his new mechanical tank, or android tank, if you will. And you see there that has like a little camera there, which I believe moves or something like that. I'm not sure. There it is right there. The threads on it look like a tank, but they're just sculpted. They don't really move. And then he has the little handle, so you can hold it in his hand. If he's carrying it, then you got the actual neck with the grip claw that are all articulated, so that you can put it there and move it around however you feel. This would be the tank to go and grab things where he couldn't reach, or if it's in a dangerous situation, if they're in risk of blowing up. This is the actual classic style armor that he wears, but for me, I don't like it because it's very wide. Doesn't fit him like this, like petite, so it makes him look fat, even though his character is supposed to look kind of slender. So he has greens and grays, a lot of nice amount of detail with the pouches and stuff, and then the top part here as well. I believe this is supposed to be that green and they didn't paint it in, so that's another one. And then he brings his classic helmet, the mask, and the headpiece, the headset with the chin guard, right? Nice olive green on the helmet, nicely detailed. And then this is the smaller neck piece for when you have the smaller vests that goes with the actual classic mask, which I don't like either because it doesn't have it on the classic figure. Then he has two mines with the silver on top and the little peg in the bottom. These go connected to his backpack the way they did in the original vintage toy. Then he has his side pistol, nice gunmetal gray, as you can see, really nicely detailed. Looks like a 45 Colt. And this is his newly added rat companion, aspara, I believe. Really nicely detailed and painted with the red, the beady eyes in black, and then the beige in the ears. And this is something that they actually use in the military, where they even use cockroaches to put cameras in them to go inside places where they can't get to find people, that may be trapped and things of that nature. So the rat makes sense as well, because rats have no endoskeleton. They can squeeze in anywhere, and they won't hurt themselves, and it's easier for them, especially if they're trained since the time they're born. So I'm pretty sure it's something that they actually use in the military. Then we have his the hose that goes connected to the backpack. Simple enough. Here is his mine. The thing that to find mines and bombs. Really nicely done with the green, the little stick here, the level lever going down, and then in the bottom there with the olive green, the mine detector wand. Then this is the other headdress for the bigger suit and helmet and armor, for when he has the full body armor for bombs. Here's the other helmet, as you can see. He has the big visor in the front, which shows with a little bit light in the top, and then the piece in the back. This is for the heavy armor. And this is the backpack. Very classic style. You put the mine in there, the holes there. You see it has nice details with the greens and the grays, very nicely detailed. The little latch here so that you can attach the mine detector. And then of course the peg. And then here's the other vest, which is heavier and looks more like an armor as opposed to just a regular vest, with the highlights of green everywhere. You see, this green should have been on top of on the other one, but they didn't do it. But this is for the heavy armor. So there you have it, guys. There is all of the accessories that Tripwire brings, and it's a lot of them. So there's a reason that he's a deluxe figure, and it makes a lot of sense in this case. So now let's take a look at Tripwire with the accessories on him. So guys, before we put on the accessories, let's check out Tripwire's articulation, which is pretty much par for the course. So the head does move left, it does move right. He looks down about that much, looks up about that much, has a little bit of tilt. Then he has the actual extension, hyperextension back, hyperextension forward about that much. Has a nice shoulder butterfly. Shoulders go up that much. Obviously, bicep swivel. Double in the elbow, although you can't see it too much because of this what you call it, the padding. So I'm going to try to lift it up so you guys can see it better. And there you go, double on the elbow, and on the wrist you got the support, the rotation, and then the up and down hinge. And then you have the waist swivel. Then over here you could do the split Van Damme style, because it does have the up and down, drop down, leg pin, and then you have, you have the rotation on the thigh, double on the knee, which is nice. The swivel on the top of the boot, back this much, forward that much, and then the forward pin rocker. And you can see how far you can have his legs kick forward. You kick forward about that much, and kicks backwards about that much. It's a little bit hindered because of the padding on the thighs, but yeah, you can still, move it around pretty good. So let's get Tripwire fully clothed and fully accessorized now. And here we go, guys. Here is tripwire and fully accessorized, as you can see. And you see real quick that he has all of his accessories. I put aspara on the top there, as you can see. He has his mining wand. So I put aspara here. And of course we have the actual mining little tank tracker on the side as well. And he looks really dope. Like, he looks really good. You can see, let's see if we can maybe turn the camera a little bit. And you can see, like, he looks really, really good. He has all of his, accessories and stuff. Here's the backpack with one of the mines that go in there. And then I believe this is a slot where you can slide in the control pad here for the little, little cart. And then you got his mining wand, which is supposed to stay in the back. And then I put the extra one in the bottom because the original one used to be a circle thing. So there's this little piece here where you can clip it in, and you clip it right in just so that you can have somewhere to put it. And you don't, because you don't really know where to store it. You kind of put it there and it stays there. Then he has the pads, and as you can see is his collar piece there. And it looks really good. The thing is, like I said, he looks fat. He doesn't look like tripwire. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in real quick my 20th anniversary tripwire so you can see what I'm saying, and you can see why I said that he looks too thick. Even though he looks awesome, but he looks too thick. So I'm gonna bring my original tripwire in real quick so that you guys can see. So here you go, guys. This is the comparison that I'll do with the G.I.Joe 25th anniversary, the original tripwire based off the original vintage look. And again, real quick, as you can see, you see how he is much more slender looking, right? He has no neck piece like that. His armor piece in this area here, right, as you can see, is just more of like a V shape. And then you see the patches in his hands, right, are not patches that look like shoulder patches, but little patches in front of his bicep. You can see on both sides. And this whole area by the crotch is completely open, so there's nothing there. And you see his backpack where you could put the mines in. It had 3 of them. Then you have the hose that goes connected to his, his mining tracker. As you can see, I told you the original one, it was like a circle, as opposed to the way it is on this one, that is more like a new symmetrical type of style. And you see the patches on armor patches on the thighs are kind of correct. So, it's just this one's a little darker than this one, but nonetheless. So what I feel like doing is cutting this area here to have this crotch area open and just leave this area on the front open by cutting this off on the front. That's what I feel like doing. So I might just do that. I'm not sure, because it does look cool, but I might just do that because I don't think it'll hurt the figure anyway. And then you see how it's like much thinner looking, right? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to move them back a little bit. I'm going to just kind of remove these real quick, right? Move that. And then on the head, I'm gonna remove the helmet real quick. Remove the helmet because it is a helmet that goes over the actual face, as you see. I'm going to remove the head, take off this piece, put this back on, put the helmet back on, like so, and attach this back on. And I'm gonna leave it like to make him look a little bit more, I don't know, I think a little more accurate, a little more slender to the retro style. Although I do appreciate, you know, that they're trying to modernize it. I think this would have be more vintage accurate to the character. But I think the other way, he looks too busy, and he looks too fat, to be honest. The character doesn't look like that. So maybe like this, he's a little bit more accurate, because as you can see, I think because the arms are exposed. Yeah, it doesn't have the patch, but the cool thing is they did give him the detail of the tattoo there on the shoulder, so you don't really need it. So I feel like this matches more one-on-one with the look of Tripwire, as you can see. I don't know, maybe you guys don't agree with me. Let me know in the comments below. But I think it's better like that. And again, like I said, I think I'm just gonna cut this part off from here to here and just leave this. He would look, yeah, it would basically look like that, right? I think it'll look better. I don't know, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. So that's the comparison with Tripwire with the vintage, just so that you guys have an idea of what he looks like. So let's move him right along real quick. What I'll do is I'll bring in maybe bring in another Joe real quick. I'll bring in the grunt. You can see what it looks like next to the grunt, right there next to grunt. And then you can bring him into another heavy armored, like I gotta bring the heavy armored Firefly because it looks similar to him. But there's also a boy here, a scrap iron. There you go, which looks really good, as you can see there. So there's scrap iron. So you know, what I'll do also is I'll show him one more time. I'm gonna show him Bill with the other armored set so you can see what he looks like. You know, with the other heavier armor. So give me 1 sec. So here you go. Here is Tripwire, right, with the other full armor, and you can tell he looks more like a bomb squad type character, like in the movie The Hurt Locker. And you know, it still looks pretty good and everything, but like I said, it's just this is something that you could actually probably do and use, or armory you could use maybe with another character, you know, with like an extra grunt, and create, you know, a side character that could kind of sit side by side with you know, with Tripwire. Even if you gave him, you know, even if you gave him the what you call it, the other stuff, you know, that Tripwire uses, you know, like the backpack, which I'm trying to line it up, and it looks like it's almost impossible to line up. Jesus, it looks like almost impossible to line up. No, it's not lining up at all, which is no bueno. You line it up there. And put it on him. You could also just kind of make him look like he's also looking for the stuff, even with the actual, holy cow, with the actual mine. Oh my God, it doesn't even want to hold. All this soft rubber plastic that Hasbro's been using is so soft that it just comes off real easy and shit like that. That's the thing I don't like about it, that it'd be like too soft. Let me put this underneath. Yeah, so there you go. Look, this is what he would look like with, you know, the actual wand and stuff. So he still looks pretty awesome. And you put this on the side, and again the little house, and it actually looks pretty great. It actually looks pretty great, as you can see. So, you know, just to give you an idea, you know. So what I'll do now is I'll go to my final thoughts and the end of the review. So here we are, guys. Here's tripwire on the spinner, and in his complete format. Now, do you notice I put another actual armor on him, and that armor is from one of the extra armor kits from Valaverse, which just looks a lot more slender. If you notice, and you can see his crotch area a little bit better, and I just think it makes him look better. So I might just use this as opposed to any of the other two that are here, as you can see there. But yeah, tripwire is pretty awesome. I think he's worth admission because he comes with a lot of accessories. Hasbro and the team over there, you can tell they put a lot of love and thought into this figure. They want to make him stand out and pop. And, you know, because the original was very simplistic and not really much to him. So, this makes him exciting. And more attractive, I guess, if you will, to add to the collection. Now, I could be wrong. Please correct me if I am down in the comments below, but I believe he is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, that you can't get him anywhere else. Unless, of course, you buy him on eBay or Amazon off somebody else that bought him and is selling him individually. But other than that, I believe he's a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. His price of admission, I believe, is $44.99. But again, like I said, I feel he's worth every penny. So, you guys, I give it a thumbs up. And let me know what you think down in the description below of my review and my thoughts on tripwire. Also, let me know if you like them, if you're going to pick them up, if you already did pick them up, or if you're planning to pick them up, or maybe with my review, I might have changed your mind, helped you want to pick them up, or maybe not at all. Either way, let me know in the description below, because it's good for action figure conversation. As always, please share my videos with someone you think might like it. It means a lot to me, and it will help me out, and help me grow and go a long way. For all you that continue to give me support, thank you, because without you, my channel would not be sustained. I owe everything to you guys. And then for you, all of you new to the channel, that like what I'm doing, if you're enjoying it, then, you know, I invite you to subscribe and to join the movement. Of course, remember, if you subscribe, I'm very humble and grateful, because I know you didn't have to, but if you did, I consider you now part of my family. As always, you guys can find me on any social media platform, like Instagram and Twitter. It's all down in the description below. If you guys would ever want to donate anything to the channel for me to highlight and review like this or showcase, I will be more than grateful, more than humble to do so. It will be an honor. Just hit me up on any of those social media outlet DMs and we'll work out the particulars. And last but certainly, hopefully not least, if you guys would like to help my channel out directly with any way, shape, or form, if you have the means to, or if you want to because of the kindness of your heart, because you like what I do, there is a way you can with my PayPal and Patreon information, which is also down in the description. It's members, not mandatory. It's only if you want to. And as always, if you're going to keep collecting your figures, please be careful and be considerate while you do so, because we're still in trying times. And, we need to be considerate to one another. So, guys, there it is. Tripwire from the hasbropulse exclusive. And this is aspara, his little rat. And I believe the other name is related to the little mobile tank mind searcher or grabber that he has. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. And, this is He-Bot signing off from another episode of Toys in My Closet. See you then. Bye-bye, guys.